Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pickups. In this episode I got PlayStation 3, PSP, DS, Sega Saturn, Master System, Mega Drive and Game Boy. Being on eBay and around Aberdeen, looking for cheap games, as you do. You know, that's how it is, that's just how we do shit around here. As you can see, they're kind of here. So yeah, I'm just going to take you through what I got, try and be as quick as possible, and yeah, let's get started. So we'll start with PSP anyway, because it's a good system. So I went to Gain, because they've now got a ton of PS2 and PSP games up in Aberdeen, which is really cool. Nothing that they've got on PS2 that I'm all that interested in actually, but there was a couple of PSP games that I saw and I was really interested in picking them up, just because one of them's a franchise that I'm quite familiar with, and another one I've never heard of before, so I thought, you know, fuck it, why not? It was only £2, it looked pretty decent actually, and that is Deadhead Fred. Never seen this game before, never even heard of it, and I just picked it up, looked at the cover and I thought, you know what, fuck it, that's all awesome. Right there, that is what you want. And you know, it looks fantastic, you know, so I'll give you a little glimpse of the back there. It's got like lots of interchangeable heads, so you can do different things in the game, and it just looks badass, to be honest with you. It's probably going to be utter shit, but there you go. Like I say, black label, never heard of it before, into the PSP collection, boom, £2, could not argue with that. And the next one that I saw there is, like I say, it's a game franchise I'm quite familiar with, but I've never seen this one on the PSP before, so I thought, you know, pick it up, give it a go. It's a very good gaming franchise, so I'm more than happy to give this one a bash. And it's Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Paid £4 for that. It's in excellent condition, as you would expect. Boxed incomplete. I don't like picking up games that are incomplete. You know, it just isn't my thing really. But yeah, it looks really good on the back. For the first time on the PSP, Assassin's Creed, so I thought, you know, worth a bash, and for £4 I'll take a punt on that, you know what I mean, because I think it's a good franchise to get into really. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that one a go. So that was awesome. So that was all from Game. A couple more games that we got there. While we were there, we have a little shifty around the DS section. Girlfriend's really into like her mystery games and solving puzzles and stuff, and I like to pick up some games for her, you know, for that, you know. And I've seen a couple that we didn't have, and they're from the Hidden Mysteries series. She doesn't have any of them, I don't think. She might have. I'll need to double check actually. But seen these ones, and I thought she might like them. She wasn't with me that day. So I thought, you know, I'll pick them up, see what she thinks of them, and yeah, I'll just take it from there. So the first one is Hidden Mysteries Buckingham Palace. It's like a puzzle, hidden object kind of game. Looks really good. It's got 48 levels for 12 different locations, I'd imagine, through Buckingham Palace. So yeah, it's all kind of awesome stuff. Just sort of like these, I wouldn't say point and click, but you go into rooms and you sort of click on your DS gamepad, try and solve puzzles and stuff. And it has boxed and complete. It's got all the manuals, health and safety leaflets in there. And yeah, so it's got absolutely everything that you want from a game. And yeah, so that's awesome. And that one costs £5, but just take the sticker off it. The next one also is £5, and it's from the Hidden Mystery series as well. And that is Vampire Secrets. She's a massive vampire fan. Is my girlfriend, absolutely. Although she hates Twilight, which is good actually, because I hate Twilight as well. But yeah, so this is like, it's got 30 hidden object levels to complete, 10 horrifying chapters to explore, so that'll keep her busy for a while. Hint hint. But it's also boxed and complete, with all the leaflets, manual and everything. Everything's in fantastic condition, so I thought £10 for that too. I couldn't go wrong with that really. And yeah, absolutely awesome, so well pleased with those. And that was pretty much it for looking around town. We did go to CEX as well, picked up more DS games, but these are part of a series and I hadn't played them before. But I hear they're not bad, so I wanted to pick them up and give them a go. First one is Sonic Rush, and that was an £8. Quite expensive, but it does go for more than that on eBay, so I was quite happy to pay that. It's just got the manual in there, manual in the game, no other booklets. You seem to get tons of books with your DS games, but for £8 in really good condition. I thought, you know, that's worth a punt, so I'll give it a go, see what that one's like. And then, just as I was about to leave the DS section, I seen this one poking its head out at me, crying out for me to pick it up. And it is Sonic Rush Adventure, which apparently is a sequel. So yeah, really happy with that. Another £8. The box actually isn't in very good condition. It has been sort of crushed, and it's a little bit dirty, so I'm going to need to replace that. But it's got the manual and health and safety instruction book and the game, obviously. The all important little cart there. So yeah, you know, £16 for that too. A little bit steep, but I'm happy to pay that. You know, I don't mind that at all. And then went to Cash Converters just to see what games I had. I was interested in picking up a PS3 game actually, and I seen this one sitting on the shelf, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to get it because I see it everywhere, and I never thought about picking it up before, but I'm interested in trying to get into these kind of games. And it is Lego Batman the video game. It was £7. It's probably not worth that. I've probably well overpaid for it, but it's in really good condition. And for Cash Converters, I have to say they've done really well looking after this one. I think it was kind of just in there maybe like a day or two, because the disc is absolutely mint, the manual's mint as well, and so is the inlay in box, so it's all mint condition. Really happy to have that, because like I say, I'm interested in trying to get into the Lego games. I haven't really played many of them, and I'm wanting to see what they're like, so that looks pretty badass. Gotham City is falling to pieces. Guffaw, guffaw, guffaw. So yeah, awesome. Absolutely cool. So yeah, so that was all the going out in Aberdeen and finding games kind of shit. But I was surfing eBay, as we all do, and I'm getting sick of it actually. I'll be honest with you, I'm getting sick of eBay lately. The sellers just seem to not care about describing items properly. As you'll see in a minute with one of the packages that I got. But for all you Sega Saturn fans out there, I have a lot of Sega Saturn games to show you. Now, as you know, I'm into my Sega Saturn immensely. I love picking up games for it. I love the kind of style of games you get on the Saturn, and I love the boxes for them as well, which is a bit odd, but look awesome on a shelf. Once you've got them all set out, they look really good. So I picked up a couple of games. First one I'll show you I already have, but this one's in much better condition than the one I already own, and that is International Victory Goal. My one's all sun faded, so, and it was really pissing me off actually, so I thought, right, I'm going to get this game again. Obviously I wanted to pick it up in very good condition, which this one is. In exceptional condition there on the inside. The trays stick to the outlay, should we say, very well, and there's absolutely no sun fading, barely any noticeable, well, no noticeable marks on it at all. I think the sellers really took care of this one, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, excellent game, and it only cost me, I think it was like £2, and it was something like $2.99 postage, so a little bit extreme in the postage, but I don't mind paying a little bit more for postage if the seller actually uses it, and actually takes the time to package it well, so it gets to you in as good condition as it leaves them, you know. So yeah, very happy with that one. So my copy will be coming out of my collection very shortly. Another game that I picked up, I think this was actually a set of 3 games that I picked up off one seller, and they're pretty decent games. First up I'll show you is Alien Trilogy. I already have this game, but I am determined to find a copy that is in good condition. I must have picked this game up about 5 or 6 times on the Saturn, and it's in poor condition. Always in poor condition, and I don't know why. I really have no idea why. I mean, the contents are in great condition, admittedly. The disc has surface scratches on it, but I think I've got a disc that doesn't have any scratches on it. But it's the cover on the outside. I want to find one that's in mint condition, but I can't find one anywhere. And I suppose as well, you know, if you're collecting for Saturn, that's normal. You know, you're not going to find them in mint condition. Really, it's very difficult to find. But as you can see, it's got a couple of creases on the spine there. Lots of scratches and indentations on the front, which really pissed me off. But the back of the box ain't too bad. So I may keep this version. I'll probably swap the disc out and see what we get for that. So yeah, I'll tell you how much I paid for the lot at the end actually. Next game I got is Worms on the Saturn. I was surprised that I didn't actually already have this one. You know, so I wanted to get it, you know, and I always keep getting outbid this on eBay. For whatever reason, it just seems to evade me on eBay. So, yeah, very happy with that. Got it quite cheap as well, actually, which was pretty decent. It's boxed incomplete, but the manual has got water damage to it, which sucks so much. You know, I'm really not happy about that. The disc has got some rings on it, which again, sucks. Not described in the listing. But aside from that, I can't complain. The condition of the box is very good. The outlay is very good as well, so I'm not going to argue too much about that. That's the back of the box. In case you didn't know, that is the back of the box. Yay! And the next one, I'll just put that there actually, is in the style of box I actually prefer. I wish Sega brought out. And if you know your Saturn games, it's the one with the plastic cover around the front of it. And that is Duke Nukem 3D. And because of the plastic cover around the front of it, it is mint. So I'm very happy with that. That's the back of the box there. Again, well spotted. If you didn't know it was the back of the box, well spotted. Opening up, excellent condition on the inside. A game I obviously didn't have. Well, I say obviously, I've already picked up games I do have. This needs a little bit of a clean, but it's more dust on it rather than scratches, which is fine. Fuck it, cloth. Whoop, get all the dust off it. And yeah, very happy to have that, and that's why I bid on the lot actually, because of this game. Well, she was actually selling them separately, but I thought, you know, I'll get the other two, sweeten the deal a little bit. So Duke Nukem actually cost me, I think it was about £8.50. Worms was, I think that was £1.50, and Alien Trilogy was £3.50. So yeah, so it was like £13.50 I think, I believe, for the lot. So not bad. And postage was round about, I think it was about £6 or something. So yeah, awesome to get those in the collection. Already have Alien Trilogy, so if anybody's interested in it, let me know. Worms and Duke Nukem though I want to keep, obviously, because I don't have them. And another two Saturn games I picked up off of eBay. One was from a seller, a fairly new seller actually, and they didn't really list this one properly. They said that there was a lot of damage to the game, and it didn't have a picture on it. And the only damage I can really see, it is slightly water damaged in the front, but it is virtual golf. You know, I like my golf games, but if you look at the spine, it's in perfect condition on the spine. The back of the box is fine as well. It actually had a stick-in hanging tab, but I managed to get that off with no problems at all. Opening the box up, it's mint on the inside, which is great. The disc as well is fine. Yeah, the disc's absolutely fine. So I can you know, for a cheap game, I mean, it only cost me £1.50, and I think it was about that for postage, or £2 something for postage anyway. So for a bit slightly, I wouldn't say uncommon, as a golf game, obviously, but yeah, I'm happy to have it in that condition. I mean, the spine's fine, so I can't really argue. I wouldn't say it's slightly, well, I think just the colours that they used, it looks a little bit sun faded, but I think it's meant to be like that anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. And the last one that I picked up is a slightly uncommon one, but it is in a god-awful condition. I'm really not happy with it. I'm going to keep it anyway until I find a better condition copy, but yeah, this just won't do in my collection, and that is Skeleton Warriors. I'm not sure if you can see the damage on that. You know, the cardboard's sort of lifted at the front there. On the side, you've got the same. And on the back, it's more water damaged on the back there. So it's kind of like the glue's coming through kind of thing. So it's like sunk in places and then raised in others. So it's really a poor condition copy. Which is a shame, because the inside is fine. Absolutely fine. I've got no problems with that at all. The disc has got some scratches on it, but I find that the Saturn seems to have no problem playing scratch discs. It might just be my one, because I've heard they can be very temperamental with that, but my one seems to have no problem at all. But yeah, so I'm slightly disappointed. I mean, it is an uncommon game. It's not, well, it is on eBay quite a lot, but I mean, it's the price of it can exceed £10, £15 easily. I managed to get this one for £10.50, and it was £3 postage, so £13.50 all in. More than I'm willing to pay for a copy in this condition, if I'm honest with you. But it will do until I find another one in better condition. So yeah, so that's Skeleton Warriors, and it's not a bad game actually, to be honest with you. I'll show you screenshots in the back there. Not sure if you can really make it out. It does look pretty good, but you know, as it is. It's a Saturn game, so yay. Okay, so that's it for Sega Saturn. That's a lot of Sega Saturn games I've picked up actually, so I don't have any more to show you, but I will be getting more in, fuck it, you know what I'm like. So yeah, now moving on to, this is a job lot of games I bought off a seller on eBay, and I'm going to show you them first, and I'm going to show you these two next. But the job lot of games I bought off a seller. Now I'm going to tell you how much it all cost me before I show you. God's sake! Oh, I'm so unprofessional. There we go. Right, so yeah, I'm going to show you the games, but I'll tell you how much I paid for them. I actually paid £25 and postage was £8.50, right? So £33.50 if math serves me right. Aye, it is. Honestly, you don't need a calculator. It is, trust me, it's £33.50. And yeah, so, but he sent them in a very weird way. I'll show you the games. The first two are Mega Drive. And the first one, this one's actually fine. It's Midway Presents Arcade's Greatest Hits. And you got Defender, Defender 2, Joust, what else have you got on the back? Robotron, Sinister. Aye, those games that are on it. It's in very good condition actually. I've never seen this one out in the wild. I wouldn't say it's uncommon. I think it's probably more uncommon on the SNES. But it's boxed in complete in mint condition. So that one I had no problem with at all. It was the other, well, two that were a problem. Two were fine, but two were a problem. I'll show you the ones that were alright. Gauntlet on the Master System. Never seen it in the wild before, so I thought, you know what, I'm taking a punt on that. It is boxed in complete in very good condition as well, so that's okay. So yeah, I don't mind that one at all, so that's awesome. Now we're starting to get to the poorer condition ones that they did not describe in that condition. They took the same description for Arcade Midway Treasures and posted it on them all. So I took a bit of a punt, because I knew the seller had done that, because he mentioned Arcade Treasure thing in the description for each one. So I took a punt on them. Big mistake, but it turned out to be alright. Another Mega Drive game, Super WrestleMania. Now this one isn't in the best condition. It's slightly dirty on the front. You know, and this is the spine of the box. A bit dirty on the back. Doesn't close properly. Got a chip there, which is pissing me off. And when we get inside it, the label on the cart is well worn, and so is the manual. Now, the manual's actually completely fucked. It's hanging on by half a staple, pretty much, which is annoying me, because I actually quite like this game. I can remember playing it back in the day, and I thought it was very good, so I'm happy to have it in the collection, but I'm a bit annoyed with the condition of the contents there. The next two are Master System, but again, I'm a little bit pissed off with this one. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now, I've always wanted to play this game. My friend had it when I was a kid, but never played it, even though it was on his shelf. And he kept telling me it was a very good game, but we never got around to playing it. So I'm interested to see what it's like. The contents aren't terrible, but if you notice on the cart, somebody's put MH and fucking marker pen on the label. Now I don't know if I can get that off. If you guys can tell me how to get that off, you know, please do, and I will do my best. But it's got a sticker here that says Ref 0016, and that's actually on the inlay. It's not on the box. It's on the fucking inlay, and I can't get that off. And another fucking MH at the top there. You know, that's gonna bug me. I'll be honest with you. So I'm probably gonna try and find another copy. But aside from that, it's fine. It's the last one that really pissed me off. Right. This one, the contents are fine, but the inlay is completely water damaged and the box is collapsing in on itself. And that is Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi. Now, I'm trying to get all the Shinobi games I can get, and I was really interested in getting this one, obviously. I think you can get it on the Mega Drive as well, but I seen it cheap and I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up for the Master System. You know, I like improving my Master System games as well. Improving my Master System collection is what I meant. The contents are fine. I've got no problem with that. You know, but it's more the, yeah, contents are alright. It's the inlay I'm pissed off about. It said it was in mint condition. It's obviously not, as you can see. Going round, a bit of damage there. And on the back, the inlay's all creased up and scrunched and ripped and stuff as well, so it's bollocks. But yeah, so I messaged the seller. For £33.50 I wasn't willing to pay that for the condition the games are in, if I'm honest with you. And the seller messaged me back saying, I'm really sorry for that. It just sort of slipped through the net, if you like. Oh, and another thing as well, the way he posted it, it was like a flat box. All the games, so the games weren't stacked on top of each other or nothing like that. They're all spaced out in this box. And for whatever reason, he decided to take the manuals and the carts out of all of them and throw them in with the boxes all lying there. Some of the boxes were even half open. A little bit of bubble wrap, a little bit of foam in there. Sorry, get it in the post. And when I actually picked up the box, it was shaking around. It honestly felt as if everything was broken on the inside. It was horrible. And when I opened it, there was hardly any packaging or padding in there whatsoever. So it was the weirdest thing, and I wish I took a photo of it actually, because it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, people trying to package boxes like that. Manuals and games were out of their boxes, strewn all over the place. And I think maybe that's what's happened to the WrestleMania manual. It maybe got caught in a couple of the games and it sort of torn it a bit. So that really uberly pissed me off. So I messaged the seller saying, look, I want a full refund on the Shadow Dancer game, which worked out to be, I think it was about £5. You know, and then I'll be happy with that, you know, I can accept the rest. But the seller, to his credit, messaged me back and said, that's not good enough for me. I apologise greatly that the way they were packaged, and have a full refund. You know, just please don't leave me negative feedback. Which I thought, you know what, that is fine, no problem. So I got all these for free. So all of that for free. So I couldn't argue, and I would take them all in that condition for free anyway. So I can't argue, and I left the seller good feedback. Because, you know, he didn't have to give me a full refund. Like I said, I would have been happy with a £5 refund, that would have done me. But he just gave me a full refund, and of course I'm not going to say no to that. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So, getting them for free, I'm more than happy with them. In the condition that they're at anyway. But I have another Master System game to show you. And like I was saying with Shadow Dancer, I'm trying to get all the Shinobi games. So obviously this is integral, because it's Shinobi. And this one is in brand new condition. I'm not even kidding when I'm telling you that. As you can see, I'll show you the cover. There's not a mark on that. As you go round, it's absolutely fine. The back is in great condition as well. Ever so slightly creased or whatever here, but I don't give a fuck about that. Opening it up, the manual has never been opened. I think I can honestly say that. And the cart looks fantastic as well. All looks shiny and new on the inside. It's even got its little poster. So yeah, that was brilliant, and that cost me £2.50, and it was £2.99 postage. I think it's a bargain for that game because it is fucking good. I've been playing it on my Master System and I'm absolutely hooked on it, so I'm hoping, I haven't completed it yet, but I'm hoping I can do that. I'm starting to get used to the controls. It's quite hard actually, I'll be honest with you, but I am getting used to it and I'm really liking the graphics on it. I think it's fantastic. For an 8-bit system, I'm actually really impressed with that. So that's a really good purchase for me. And on the Mega Drive, it's a game that I have been after for a wee while, but it does seem to fetch a fair price on eBay nowadays, for whatever reason, because the franchise is actually quite shit. But it is Phantom 2040, and it's in fantastic condition. I was very impressed with it actually. It came in a jiffy bag with no padding in it, well, hardly any padding in it whatsoever, but it survived the post. And it is in mint condition on the inside, but the bit that's even better is a little Sega sticker is completely intact and it's not damaging. It'll just even sit like that and you can just close the box around it. It's in fantastic condition, so I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, and it's even still sticky actually, so I'll just close that and it's sealed. So there you go. Very happy with that game, because it is a game I've been after for a while, so that was awesome. I don't know if I told you what I paid for that, actually. I don't even know if I can remember. I think it was, what was it? I think it was about $4.50. It was like $2.50 postage, something like that. Can't really remember. And on to Game Boy. I picked up some more Game Boy games. Yay! Because you don't see enough Game Boy on my channel. No, you don't. You really don't. You don't. You don't. Trust me. So yeah. Picked up some Game Boy games. I've got Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and original Game Boy. And yeah, I'm just going to show you all the... Well, I'm going to show you all the Game Boy Advance games, because there's only one. And it came with a manual, and it's Dr. X Mario. I have the box and the manual already. The manual's up for grabs, guys, if anybody wants it. It's in very good condition, by the way. But I have the box and the manual spare anyway. And I was looking for the cart, but surprisingly the cart fetches shitloads of money on eBay. And I wasn't prepared to pay over £10 for it. So I kept hunting and hunting and hunting. It's been a labour of love trying to get this. And I seen one going with the manual for cheap, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab it, and I can punt the manual on some other way. So yeah, that actually cost me $1.99, and it was £2.50 postage, which is an absolute bargain for that game, I have to say. So now I have it complete in box, which is fantastic. I've also got a couple of Game Boy Color games as well. First up is Toy Story Racer. I needed it for the collection. It was only going for 50p on eBay. $1.50 postage. So £2 for that. Slightly overpaid, but I don't mind. I needed it for the collection. And yeah, so that was that one. Then I got a job lot of games off of one seller. And I thought it was a good deal, actually. So I went ahead and I bought a few games off of him, and he sent them all together. I have no problem with them at all. First up is Rampage 2 Universal Tour on the Game Boy Color. Haven't played this one yet, but I have got the manual. It came with a manual, and that's the reason I put a bid in for it. The manual's not in great condition, but as I say, if you can get the manual for it, it's well worth picking them up. So that was awesome. Next up is Rants for the Game Boy / Game Boy Color, and I've got the manual for that as well. The manual is beat up, and the game is American one. I'm not sure if that was released in Europe, actually, so I think that's an American only. I could be wrong, but there you go. So Rats, haven't played that yet either. And Sylvester and Tweety, because I love my old tunes. So that's awesome, and that's got the manual with it as well. So that's brilliant. So I was happy with those. And he also had some original Game Boy games as well. So I thought, right, I'll bid on them. First one that I got is WWF Superstars 2. I've got WWF Superstars 1, but I didn't have this one. So I was really interested in picking it up, and that was awesome. So I got that as well. And the rest of them come in their protective cases, which is decent. This protective case is going to need to be replaced, but the game inside is Chase HQ. Fantastic, didn't have the game already, so very happy to have it in the collection. In great condition as well, no yellowing to the cart at all. Next up is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Scary looking Tarzan on that label. Like I say, not sure if you can see it, you probably can, I don't know, but yeah, so that's awesome. And again, fantastic mint condition, can't argue. Another game that I know is going to be terrible, but I had to get it anyway, and that is Batman Forever. The carts honestly look brand new. There's not one stain on them at all, but I'm really pleased with that. So that's Batman Forever. And last one was the best one, because I always get outbid in this, and that's Metroid 2. Didn't have it already, so very happy to have it in the collection. It looks brand new as well, so that's absolutely awesome. So for the lot, I paid, what did I pay for all that? It was, oh god, I think it was about £12, and it was something like $4.50 postage, so $16.50 for all that games that I just shown you there, so I couldn't argue with that. And I got one game as well that actually just came through the post today. I'd actually forgot a bid on it because it took forever to get here, but is slightly tricky to get at a good price, and that is Mega Man 3. And I've been playing it most of the day, and I've got to say I'm hooked on it. It's got 4 bosses from Mega Man 3 and 4 on the NES, I believe. So two bosses for Mega Man 3 and 2 bosses for Mega Man 4. And it's balls hard. As every Mega Man game seems to be, it is extremely tough. But as you can see, the cart is yellowed. It's not in great condition. It's got a lot of stains on it, which the seller neglected to mention in her photo, because when she put the photo up, it must have been very, very bright photo, that none of this discoloration came up in the photo. And she said in the condition, the description box, it was in very good condition, which the label's not bad. It's got a wee nick on it, but aside from that, it's not bad. And I actually paid £8 for the cart, and it was 99p postage. So for the cheap postage, I thought, you know, I'm going to have a punt on that, so couldn't argue with it. But, you know, I'll put it in a protective case and it'll sit in my drawer until I decide to play it again. I've got a Mega Man 2, and now I've got Mega Man 3, so I need to get Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, Mega Man 4, and Mega Man 5, I believe. I think there's a Mega Man 5 in Game Boy. So I need to get them, and they're not going to be easy to come across at all. But, yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the videos. Just I think it's a quick pickups video. I can't tell how long it is on the camera anymore. But yeah, so if it's a long one, I apologise. But thanks very much for watching. Take it easy, and I shall see you in the next video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, happy gaming. Awesome. Right, see you later.